Freddy the Brave Frog.
Story 4. Freddy and the Library Tree.
Freddy the Frog loved stories. He often made up his own tales while lounging on lily pads or watching the stars. But he always wished he could read real books like the humans did. One foggy morning, while exploring a part of the forest he'd never visited before, Freddy stumbled upon a giant oak tree with strange markings on its trunk. Its bark was carved with letters, and its roots twisted like a spiral staircase. At the base of the tree was a tiny wooden sign that read, "The Library Tree for Curious Creatures." Freddy's eyes widened. A library in a tree? He hopped inside. The moment he did, a glow filled the air. Fireflies lit up the walls like lanterns. The inside of the oak was hollowed out and lined with tiny books stacked in leafy shelves. There were scrolls made from bark, books stitched from flower petals, and even one made entirely from snail paper. A voice echoed softly, "Welcome, Freddy." He froze. "Who said that?" The oldest firefly blinked slowly. "The tree knows your heart." Freddy looked around. Can I read these?" "Of course," the firefly said. "They were waiting for someone like you." Freddy opened the first book titled Legends of the Deep Pond. It told of frog ancestors who built floating cities and battled floods with nets made of spider silk. He read a squirrel's diary next, then a collection of hummingbird poems, and a bark-bound book of bee recipes. Each story filled his imagination like bubbles in a stream. Hours passed, then days. Freddy returned every afternoon to read more. He even began writing his own stories, folding them into tiny leaf books and placing them on a special shelf labeled by Freddy the Frog. Soon, other forest animals visited the tree. Bella the beetle began borrowing squirrel comics. A raccoon read Freddy's story about the Moonlight Orchestra and wept with joy. Freddy became the forest's first official librarian frog. He greeted every visitor with a smile and a suggestion. Looking for adventure? Try The Snail and the Storm. Want something funny? The Prankster Porcupine is perfect. And every week, Freddy wrote a new story of his own. One day, a bird asked him, "Where do you get your ideas?" Freddy grinned. "From living, from listening, and from leaping into the unknown." The library tree grew a little taller that year, its branches thick with stories. And Freddy? He never stopped reading or writing. Because when you discover the magic of books, even the smallest pond can become an endless universe. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our next adventure. Your support means the world to us. Let's keep growing together.